All right, so it looks like we're done with preview. Okay. Hey YouTube. I think we've got YouTube in the mix. I'm gonna find me on another device here. Well, we are a little bit early. Happy Thursday, everybody. All right, we've got our Stampin' Stick card class today. I hope you guys are excited about this. These Stampin' Stick classes are making a huge impact. I see people doing them all over the internet. It's crazy. Our Stampin' Stick card class today is Party Piggy. Awesome. All right, looks like we're doing okay on the YouTubes too. Say hello when you get here. All right, let me get myself over here. Thanks for bearing with me, all you early birdies. I'm early. I know I won't start for a few minutes yet. We can just chat, but I wanted to make sure. There I am on another device. That's good. So I got a new computer. My old one still had really great specs, but it was Windows 10. And I didn't have a computer that my team could help me on because the other one was running really bad. So I had one that was Windows 10 and one that was running really bad. And so I got a new computer. We just set up with a new computer. And we're scheduling our YouTube lives ahead of time now, which I've not ever done before. So we're here just a little bit early in case we had any technical difficulties. So I'm finding me on another device. Hey, YouTube. All right, let's see. Tina's here. You guys. Caleb's here. Hey, Caleb. Gwen's here. Hi, Tina. Jan. Hey, Jan. Look at. We're doing all right. Tina says such adorable cards. Hey, thank you. Happy Thursday to you too, Belinda. I'm glad you're here. Belinda says hello to all the fellow paper crafters. All right. Good. Okay, good. I was just a little early to make sure everything goes well, but this is our class today. Today is Stampin' Stick card class, and we are making waves on the internet, people, with the Stampin' Stick. And the first 3 sold out packets in lightning speed. You guys are loving it. I'm seeing everybody making the cards. It's amazing. Even a video out there. If you're listening to me, you know who you are. All right, enough about that. I'm glad that you guys are loving them. I'm having so much fun presenting them and designing them. My team loves to do them, to put together the packets. We do a ton of work for you. So it really takes a whole team, and yeah, we're really settling into this Stampin' Stick card class. But with the Stampin' Stick card class came some upgrades in our equipment, some changes in our procedure. So I'm here a little bit early still. What are we? Still about 5 minutes early, just to make sure everything is broadcasting fine on both platforms. So this is today's class. In just a minute, I'm gonna get another device for YouTube here so I can kind of watch comments. I'm going to talk to you a little bit of housekeeping since we're here a little early. Tony says, hello, liked and shared on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you. But Tony's going to watch on Facebook today. Awesome. We need audience in both places, my friend. Hey, Kathy. All right. So Tuesday, I got a new computer. So I'm broadcasting from the new computer today. And I'm glad to see that everything's going well. All right, now, hey, Violet.
Yes.
If I want to share that screen, where do I do that one?
Share what screen?
My computer screen. Can I? Did you set that one up for me?
I have no clue how to do that one. We could probably set it up real quick.
Do we? Well, we're a little early, but that's okay. I will do it for next time. Because you used to have, yeah, I just have to turn on the eyeball, right? There we go. Good. Okay, so we'll set that one up after, because I do that. I use that function sometime. All right, so this is the cards that I'm doing for you today. This is my Party Piggy Stampin' Stick card class number 4. It's a 3-card class, and we're just going to go through and we're going to make these 3 cards. All right, this just like these are. There are a couple of other ways that you can get involved and that you can get this class, that you can get supporting content for this class. We'll say that, and support the channel. So let me show you that first. The first thing is our PDF. And we're going to go through this. We're going to do these on a live video. We're not doing edited videos, just live. If you want to have full color photos, Stampin' Up! Supply list, exact measurements, step-by-step written instructions, alternative color combination for these, because in this PDF is all the supplies and everything for this and this. So there's 2 color combinations in this PDF. You can purchase this PDF on my web store, all right? It is a great way if you have all your own Stampin' Up! Supplies. Maybe you're a demonstrator. Maybe you have a demonstrator that you absolutely love and you are loyal to her for orders. If you live outside of the US and you'd like to support the channel as well as have a collectible, printable PDF download for this class, you can do that in the link in the description below. If Desi, will you put the link? Oh, Desi's doing it. Desi's putting the link in the comments too. It's $9.99 and it's an awesome way to support the channel. So this is not provided as a free resource for Stampin' Stick card classes. Like I was saying earlier, we put a whole lot, just a ton of work behind the scenes, and the live class is free. But if you'd like to get the PDF card class, the link's in the description and it's going to pop in the comments. The other way that you can participate in this class is with a packet that's done for you, all right? So this is our absolutely premium card making experience. We call it Stampin' Stick card class if you're new to this, because that's what you have to do to make these cards. You stamp, Stampin' Up! Won't let me stamp for you, and you stick. Sometimes we do things like distress edges or tie bows that you have to do too. But otherwise, it really is just stamp and then put them together. We do everything else for you. So in this packet, you have enough to make 3 cards, and the packets are mixed. These are $25.95. It's really $19.95 for the class, and $6 covers shipping. We send them Ground Advantage, which means you have tracking, you have up to $100 insurance, so more than you have insurance to cover your purchase. We send it a trackable way, so about $6 of it works out to be the envelope and postage. But the class is really $19.95, and I could have broken that down differently, but instead what we'll just say is that the class is $25.95, and that includes delivery to you. You get everything that you need to make the cards. So you get your dingles and your ribbons for each of the cards, and then inside we do everything for you. So we've embossed your card bases, and we use the Glass and Gardens, I think it's called, embossing folders. It's a pair of folders, and we use the floral one, the garden of the 2, and we emboss all 3 cards for you. And then we also cut all your designer series paper to exactly the right measurement. We include the envelope for you to mail your card in. We do your basic die cutting for you. So in this case, card number 1 is from Just a Note. We give you a piece to line the inside of your card, and we're going to stamp and decorate the inside of our card. Inside of the instruction sheet is all the pictures and details of that. We also do any other, basic die cutting for you. So like your labels or any basic punching for you. We can't stamp for you. Stampin' Up! Doesn't let us. And if we stick it, then you didn't make a card, we did. So you just stamp and stick. So each card is like that. There's 3 cards, and in this one, 1, 2 are Timid Tiger, and 3 is Coastal Cabana. You're going to get a mix. And then we give you what you need for stamping. You're going to stamp your Timid Tiger Piggies on Petal Pink. You're going to stamp your Coastal Cabana on Bubble Bath. We include the cardstock for you to stamp on. And then you need to do some hats and banners on Basic White. Now, what I also want to show you right now, and then we include a thank you card for you, handmade by my team. So not only do we do all this prep work for you so that you can just stamp and then cut and then stick the card together, we also love to, and we will as long as we can keep up with it, include a beautiful handmade card for you. And then a little hint, when we give you a class packet, the thank you card is usually a preview or a sneak peek of the next Stampin' Stick card class. So our next Stampin' Stick card class is going to look a lot like this, featuring the Humble Home. All right, so that's a packet in case you are curious what you're getting when you order. And they work out to be, like I said, about $19.95 for the class packet, and then about $6 to cover envelope and shipping and handling. We are doing right now, and now through August 10th, Sunday, August 10th, a free Stampin' Stick class packet with Stampin' Up! Orders of $65 or more. Now, your order has to be $65 after you apply any Stampin' Rewards. It has to, so discounts have to come off first and cannot include shipping and tax. So the subtotal after your discounts and before shipping and tax has to be $65. If you do that, Marisa Alvarez does StampinUp.net. We will automatically send you this packet as your thank you card for your order. So you get a thank you card for your order and the packet. And that's just a special offer for a limited time. Okay, are you guys keeping up with that? So you can purchase the class, or just for this weekend, what's left of this weekend, 5 days only, you can order the Stampin' Up! Supplies and get the packet as my gift to you. I call those my shameless bribe. So we're going to do it as a shameless bribe. August sales are always a little slow, Stampin' Up! Style, so maybe it'll help me boost my August sales if you've got a wish list order anyways. Some things that you should know: Stampin' Up! Has a in-color sale right now. So you can save on all 2025, 2027 in-color products with a few exceptions. And then Stampin' Up! Has brought back last celebration. They had products that were left, and Stampin' Up! Has put them on the last chance sale, and they are discounted below their retail cost. So if you missed some of those celebration items, or maybe you want some more paper, like the fruit paper, maybe you didn't get that seagull and you're wishing you did, those are now on the last chance list at a discounted price. The last chance list has been updated, and there are some lower prices and some new discounts there. And there's also, last chance, celebration, and in color discount right now. So if you want to double up the Stampin' Up! Offers and save with Stampin' Up! And then get a free class packet, you have to place your order by midnight on August 10th. And when you place your order, make sure that your mailing address on your Stampin' Up! Account is correct, because we're just going to send them out automatically on August 11th to any who have ordered. All right, so check your address there. Good, clear? Kathy says, I love the Piggy. And Yolanda says, hi all, I made it to the class. I'm glad you're here, Yolanda. All right, so those are two ways that you can supplement your Stampin' Stick card class experience, right? So the online class that we're doing today is absolutely free. You can hang out, you can tell your friends, join us for free. There will be a free replay of the class. If you want the PDF or the class packet, get the class packet either by purchase or by placing a Stampin' Up! Order by the 10th, or you can purchase the PDF. All right, so there's how you can. Now, while we're still just getting started here, I want to show you the next two Stampin' Stick card classes, and they're already scheduled on YouTube. So this is the Stampin' Stick class, Humble Home Stampin' Stick class. We'll be doing this one 2 weeks from today, Thursday at 2 p.m. again. 3 cards, and we will have a packet for this one next week. So look out in the store for a packet for this one. It's coming soon. And then September 4th, I believe. September 4th. I wish I had my notebook next to me. Does we have my notebook so I can get the dates right? And then the next one is end of August. Where's my notebook? And then next Stampin' Stick after that is Tractor and Company. All right, so those are our 3 classes, or our 3 cards for our next Stampin' Stick card class. All right, so those sneak peeks are good. I'm gonna give you the real dates of those. That one. I don't know. I've got slippery memory nowadays. I guess I feel like if I wrote it down, I don't have to keep it in my memory banks. Humble Home will be August 21st at 2 p.m. Tractor and Company, September 4th at 2 p.m. Central Time. And those are already scheduled on the YouTube, so you can put notify me, or you can click notify me on that one if you want to. And then let's see what else. Let me flip my Facebook here. I keep losing you guys on Facebook over on this other device. So let me flip on this device and check out your comments. We are currently taking new subscribers for Card Club for Cool People September. So I want to give you a quick sneak peek of September cards. Let me show you those. The link is in the description to subscribe for Card Club. We are currently working on fulfilling the packets for the spooky Halloween. Next month in September, we're doing the Charming Day, and Card Club is 2 each of 3 designs. And this is just a quick sneak peek of our, with the coastal cabana behind that, it looks kind of distracting. That's our September Card Club. So if you want information about Card Club for Cool People, just click the link that says subscribe. You can get all the details there and the price. It'll bill on September 5th and fulfill on or about the September 20th, okay? All right, so then I want to show you a quick bit of, before we get started, I want to show you a quick bit of alternatives, because yes, this is the Party Piggy Stampin' Stick card class, but as you saw from my packet, there is no reason why you have to use Party Piggy, right? In the PDF, you'll get pictures, supply lists, instructions for both color combinations, which is really nice because if you've got this designer series paper, which one is this one called? If you've got this Wildflower Birthday designer series paper, you'll see that it's the same paper, but we pulled out 2 very distinctly different color combinations, which is nice because you can keep going with this. If you got the PDF, there's 3 designs in there, but you can make as many cards as you want, and it's nice to use up those paper packs a little bit more evenly, so you don't end up with a whole bunch of designer series papers, like 1 or 2 patterns left in it. And so that's why we kind of mixed this up, so we could show the designer series paper in its full glory. So now if you don't have the Party Piggies, maybe you don't have them and you don't want them, and that's okay. I get it. So let me show you a couple of alternatives really quick to get your juices flowing. So whether you're going to stamp along with this class live or you want to get the class packet, you can turn the class packet into these other designs also. Okay, so let me show you. This is my friend Jan. She's absolutely brilliant. Here is the class with newsflash. So here's card number 1. Here's card number 2. Oh no, tune in bundle. Sorry, I read the card instead of, this is the tune in bundle. So maybe you have the tune in bundle. And I love this coastal cabana. It's very retro, like the TV. Here is the same class packet, exactly the same class packet with a little, or this is Pocketful of Sunshine. Okay, and there's card number 2. There's card number 3. So I think Jan had to add a little bit of white cardstock besides what was in there for some of her. Otherwise, this is the packet. A couple of other suggestions. If you're Card Club members and you're liking this class packet, I love Ice Cream Swirl. I already convinced you guys to get this one probably. The Card Club for Cool People. You can make your ice cream swirl from the pink, and whether you use like a little cup and put your ice cream in a cup, you might have to add a little coastal cabana or some Timid Tiger cardstock to do that, or put it in a cone. You might have to add some crumb cake to do your cone. But because these are big stamped images that you can cut out of solid cardstock and would fill the space like the Piggy, this would fill the space like the Piggy, right? Style-wise, you don't have to use these kind of cardstock colored images, right? So I've got this cardstock colored image, but you don't have to. You could just stamp right on the white backgrounds. So you can see this oblong background, this circle background, this notebook paper background. You could just stamp right on there and save the pink cardstocks that we gave you for another project. Or you could add a little bit more white cardstock, stamp some images, and put them on white instead. So for instance, like this one. Here is this little Piggy. And there's card number 1. There's card number 2. And there's card number 3. And Jan just added a little pecan pie for her wagon and did her images on white and bumped them up, but you can just stamp these guys right on the white instead if you want to. Style-wise, if you're card club members, this Cake Celebrations, I might have talked you into that. This was our January card club for cool people. You might have this bundle. This style is beautiful with the designer series paper that we've got going on here. So instead of Piggies stamped directly on the white, stamp some beautiful cakes from Cake Celebration. If you're card club for cool people members and I got you on this bundle, if I enabled you on this bundle, you can grab this class packet, stamp and stick, and do it with Cake Celebrations instead. All right, does that help anybody? I hope that that helps you to see some alternatives and talk about what else you can do with this packet. Because this packet, you guys, is labeled Party Piggy, but it really is whatever you want it to be. This little piggy, pocket full of sunshine, tune in. Card club members, grab your Cake Celebrations, stamp those instead. The designer series paper and colors are beautiful. Ice cream swirl, again, card club for cool people. I already sold you guys on these bundles in card club. You can grab a packet and get some more use out of those bundles that I sold you. So consider this your support. All right, I think that that's plenty. We're not early anymore. We're actually well into our time of about 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started with our stamping. I'm going to peek at the comments before I do it. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments because we're looking through them now. And Desi's looking at them too. Kathy says, great alternatives. Great job, Jan. So cute, right? She really did. Jan's goal in life is for you guys to see this packet for its full possibilities. And it really is the easy button. All you have to do is pick what images you're going to stamp them, cut them out, and then stick the cards together. It's going to be an easy craft for you. Everybody's so busy, so let us help you make cards, more cards faster. All right. Let's see here. Debbie's watching from Michigan. Hello, Debbie. Thank you for sharing. If you know anybody who would like this content, please share, or whether you send a link to a friend directly or you share it in your own social media. We appreciate that so much. It really is the finest compliment you can pay us. We do appreciate it. All right, so as I get set up here, let's see, any other comments that are like questions, Des, on either one? You guys are talking to each other. That's good. Hey, Corrine, I'm glad you're here. I was looking at some cute cards on the craft social by you while we were driving the other day. Thank you for sharing. Patty's here. Hey, Patty. Joy says, what is the PDF in Canadian? Oh, good question. I don't know for sure because it goes through WooCommerce. So it would charge you in dollars and then convert when it actually charges, because you just use a credit card. So your credit card would convert that, Joy. And anywhere around the world, you can buy the Stampin' Stick PDF. It's a great way to support the channel if you're out of the country, but you love what we do. Joy says, that house should be really clean with all the house cleaning you do, right? The housekeeping. We got a lot. It's the easiest way. Hey, Stacy, I'm glad you're here. Lori, good afternoon. Carol Jory's here. Hello, my friend. All right, let's see here. All right, this is my card number 1 in the Stampin' Stick card class today. And I'm just going to use right from my packet, my Coastal Cabana card base, already embossed with the Glass and Gardens embossing folder. So you get the packet, it's already done for you. And then I've got the inside panel for my card. Got a couple of white die cuts that we did ahead for the packet. Some designer series paper. And that's from, okay, let me get my envelope, make sure it didn't eat any of my pieces. And then I've got 9 inches of Pretty in Pink ribbon. Now, when you get a class packet, you're not gonna get all Coastal Cabana or all Timid Tiger. You're gonna get a mix of the two. And you'll have For your Coastal Cabana cards, you'll have Pretty in Pink ribbon, and for your Timid Tiger cards, you'll have the peach pie, and they're in 9-inch lengths for you already. So you're just gonna have to split them. And so I'm gonna find a ribbon scissor here. Hey Des, I don't have a ribbon scissor. Can you look around for one? I'll split that one in a minute. Desi's gonna look for a ribbon scissor for me because my paper scissors will bounce right off. Oh, look, that was fast. All right, so let's put aside my bits for just a minute, and we're gonna start with this. So for all of these, you have a choice. You can split this if you want to, or you can just tie a bow from that 9 inches if you don't want to split it. I like the fun party look that we get from splitting it, but still tying a double bow. So 9 inches, I'm gonna just go down, but we did leave it whole. So if you don't want to split it, you have the option, but you'll have a 9-inch piece for each card, and leave it whole or don't, that's up to you. I like to cut it and then just run my hands down, my fingers down, and get any shreddy pieces off of there. And then I'll take the ribbon and fold it. Don't twist, just fold. Fold it to the back. There's no twist there. Loop over the top. Again, no twisting. Tuck that space that's holding the ribbon. Just tuck the other tails through and pull. Loop, swoop, tuck and pull. And there is almost perfect bow every time. The key to that is to whether you're loop or swoop or tuck, don't twist. Nowhere in loop, swoop, tuck, and pull is the word twist, right? So if you just don't twist, you'll have a really good bow every time. And there is our bows. And then what I did is just did all of them at once for my packet and put them on a glue dot. So I did the other two already. You don't have to watch me tie bows more than once. And that is that. All right, now I want to peek over because I got Facebook comments, and now I want to look at YouTube comments. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm ignoring you. You guys are the best part of my day. How are we doing on the YouTube? Let's see. Tina says adorable cards. Belinda's here. Hello, Belinda. Let's see what else. Desi left some links in the comments for you guys if you want to get the PDF for the class packet. Thanks, Des. And for joining Card Club. And if you join now, you'll be joining for September 5th renewal. And that is Charming Day. Jan's very talented. You're the spark that starts the fire beneath her. Oh, thank you. We make a good pair. Me and my friend Jan. Patty says, Patricia Weed says, you make wonderful cards. Hey, thanks. Hey, Caleb. Keep up the good work. I got to go back to work now. Have a good day, Caleb. Thanks for stopping in. Don't know about sharing with friends anymore. I lost my last friend to you. No, come and hang out with us. We could be a quadruple of friends. Jessica says, I'm an online subscriber. I love to be able to get the amazing classes and support Marisa from Sweden. Yes, thank you. You guys make all the difference. Like, that's what makes this channel run. It's how I can do this and put shoes on the kids' feet. So thank you, Jessica. I love my online subscribers. And when you purchase those PDFs outside the US, you realize you make a difference around here. And Jan says, thanks so much for supporting the channel from Sweden. We love you. We really do. Okay, I'm caught up on all the comments. I've tied my bow. Let's do a little bit of stamping. Now, we're going to do early espresso for everything. It's kind of been my go-to lately. I just can't get enough of the early espresso. Party Piggy is photopolymer. If you haven't looked at this one, check it out. It's really a lot of fun in the way that you can make a full card, a cute card very quickly, and you don't have to make it a shaker, but you can if you want to. So there are shaker domes that you can put inside the belly of the pig. And I have heard that there is a demonstrator out there, I don't know who to give credit, where credit should be given. I don't know her name because I heard it kind of through the mulberry bush, but I heard that there's a demonstrator who used the dome over the piggy's face. I think it's Jan who told me. And so instead of putting the dome in the belly, she used it over Piggy's face and made the piggy an astronaut. And Nancy's got all the good ideas for what to do with Piggy. So at this point, if I'm making the packet, I'm going to stamp one head and then 2 full piggies to do my all 3 cards. But by the magic of television, I've got the other ones done. So I'm not going to do all of them on camera here because it's a lot of repeat steps. I've got my Let's Party greeting and my label. I'm going to stamp Let's Party to the right on my label. And then I've got some white cardstock here for the inside. Don't mix up your inside with your little bit. If you get the packet, there's insides and they're in the envelope, and that's for the inside of your card. And there are a scrap of white in the back of the packet, and that is for stamping your flags and your hats to die cut. So don't get them mixed up. You don't want to, I mean, it's a white piece of paper. If you used this for your outside hat, you can put a new one. But the paper in the back isn't big enough to replace this if you use it. So the one in the envelope is for your inside. The one in the back of the packet is for these bits. All right, so let's stamp the inside of our card here. I've got Happy Birthday to You. I love this stamp set too because it has everything you need for inside greetings, outside greetings, accessories. The accessories make really cute little bits, even on a card or on a matching treat. Uh-oh, I almost put it landscape on a portrait card. Happy birthday to you. So there's definitely everything you need in one stamp set, which is a lot of fun and makes it easy. You stamp the piggy, he's big and fills up the card, so you don't have to do a lot, and you can get some great cards really fast. So there is the insides for this one. I'm going to color my insides, but I have the ones for the outside of my card already colored and die cut, so you guys don't have to watch me do that, but I did that on the separate little scrap from the packet, okay? So keep that. All right, let's put this aside to dry for a minute. And I think we've done our stamping all together for this card. So let's move this so we don't have an ink catastrophe. And we can put this aside with that because we're going to do some more stamping still. But all right, so a little bit of coloring. I've got for my, sorry, Banjo, I just scared the dog. So for my piggy, I've got Pecan Pie, light and dark, and I've got light bubble bath. And we're going to start here because this had a little time to dry. I couldn't remember if I used light bubble bath or dark bubble bath, so I thought I'd try the light one and see. I don't know, I might have used the dark one. That's not a lot of contrast there. I'm going to put the dark one. Yep, I'm going to use the dark one. I think it's your choice. How much intensity do you want on that snout? If you want a lot of intensity on that snout, stamp it again and then pop it up with some dimensionals. That'd be so cute. All right, there is my pink, and then I'm going to use Pecan Pie. And I want Pecan Pie on the body part and on the head part, so I'm going to do light on the ears here, and I'm going to do a little bit of shading here. This is the only shading I did on this whole set, was a little bit on the ear and on the hands and feet. I know they're not hands and feet. Pigs don't have hands and feet, but I don't know what they have. I was doing my In Color Club. We did this in Timid Tiger. In Color Club gets the some of the Stampin' Stick card classes, not all of them, but some of the Stampin' Stick card classes first, and they get the PDF for free as part of their In Color Club. So we did this. Timid Tiger was our feature color for the In Color Club, and we talked about Timid Tiger and some color theory, and then we made the cards. And so that's my pig for this guy. Now let's do these. I've got for my flags and hat, I've got all the lights. Light, pretty and pink, light, Granny Apple and Light Summer Splash. There is no Coastal Cabana Stampin' Blend. So I'm gonna, hey Des, would you cut these out for me while I color?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Desi's gonna die cut these for me. I'm glad to have an extra set of hands in the office today, so I'm gonna take advantage. Is that okay with you guys?
Find the top.
I've got one over here with a top. All right, so let's go ahead and color this up and just simple coloring in. So we'll do that real quick. And I'm going to see, why can I not see my comments in the Book of Faces? Before I color, I'm just gonna see if I can flip that over here. Seems like on my iPad, I don't have an iPad. On my tablet, I can't seem to switch between YouTube and Facebook to watch the comments without Facebook dropping where I was at and putting me back to my feed, which is kind of obnoxious. Okay. Oh my goodness. Zana? Zana? Shanna? Tell me if I've got that right. Says, I love that Piggy. And Jan says, it was me, but I didn't write down her name. Shame on me. Me neither. I don't know who it was, but it's definitely like the astronaut Piggy, right? The astronaut Piggy. Yeah, it was you that told me, but I don't know who it was either. But yeah, you can use the shaker dome or don't use the shaker dome, right? And Joy says, pigs have hooves. All right, so I can call them hooves and not sound ignorant. I guess that's what I was because I didn't know what to call them. So I was calling them hands and feet. I guess that's the very best way to like personify Piggy. But he's cute and he's standing up on two legs. So he's kind of personified anyway, right? All right, so I'm just going to color my stripes, color my flags. I'm not doing any shading. I'm just adding a bunch of fun color in there. You guys, okay, so maybe I shouldn't ask this on the Party Piggy Stamp and Stick card class, but I want to know anyways, and I'm hoping that you'll take a second if you're able, you know, maybe if you're driving a car, you don't want to put it, but in the comments, just yes or no, do you like Party Piggy? Okay, because here's the thing. I was on a team thing. We do mystery stamping every first Monday of the month with our team. It is so much fun, you guys. I'll show you my mystery card at the end if somebody reminds me. It is so much fun. But on the mystery card team event, I was surprised how many people said to me that they don't like the Party Piggy. I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. I thought, how could anybody not like the Party Piggy? But apparently, my love for it is not enough to supply the whole wide world with love for the Piggy. So, do you like the Piggy? Yes or no? I'm going to tell you, while I glue my inside in, that I did not like the Party Piggy when I saw the shaker. The marketing for it from Stampin' Up! Was very heavy on the shaker too. I was like, I don't want a pig with a shaker belly. I kind of like the pig, and I am so proud of you. And what's shaken bacon? But I couldn't quite get over the shaker. Once I got over the shaker and started to use it my way, love the Piggy. So yes, love the Piggy. No, don't love the Piggy. And let me see if my team is, what this will do is help me like get a temperature of a bigger sample, you know, like when a theory needs to be tested scientifically, what we do is we have a test, right? And the bigger the test sample, the more credible the study is, right? So my team surprised me with, they don't like the Party Piggy. Well, some did, don't get me wrong. Some did like the Party Piggy, but a lot did not. And so let's get a bigger sampling. And you guys tell me if you're able. I'm not asking you to take your eyes off the road or anything if you're driving. But if you're able, yes, you like the Piggy, or no, you don't like the Piggy. We will always provide alternatives as long as we can. As long as I have help, we will always provide alternatives. Always try to give you some suggestions and show you some different ways to use our packets. But for Party Piggy, I was like, who's going to need alternatives? Let's see what Jan does. It'll be fun. But who's going to need that? The Party Piggy is the best, right? Okay, designer series paper on the front of the card, and then followed by our notebook paper. I'm going to get that guy on there while you guys let me know your thoughts on Dazzy's die cutting my pig. But at that point, I would die cut all my pigs because I would have stamped all my pigs, right? And then I'd die cut all my flags and hats, do all that all at once, because then not only does stamp and stick easy, all you have to do is stamp and stick, but when you stamp all your stamping and you die cut all your die cutting and you stick all your sticking and you tie all your bows, like you do it in batch, then these go lickety split. Guys, you are going to have cards that are embossed and die cut from different shapes and different sets, and you're going to have the insides done, like everything, and all you have to do is in batches stamp and stick, and it'll be done in a flash. So that was our idea. This is the premium experience so that you can make more cards, beautiful quality cards, and you can do it faster. That's our motto. That's our goal with the stamp and stick card class. That, and to get together with you and do some stamping. All right, I'm gonna put my bow where my bow belongs. I'm gonna grab some dimensionals because we need it. And I'm going to get, these guys already have a little dimensional on them. Get them ready and put some liquid glue on my piggy body first. And then I'm going to glue his head with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So I get him on there. And then I'm going to ask Dazzy, since she's here, so she's going to get, what's the word on the Party Piggy? Would you say that yes is winning or no is winning, Daz? Dazzy's looking at the comments for me while I add some dimensionals to my piggy's head and see, kind of make a general. It's not too late to have your voice heard. Yes or no on the piggy. And see, I'm expecting all yeses because I really thought that this one was, and like I said, in our team mystery stamping, I was surprised how many people were like, not so much on the piggy. And I'm like, how can you say that? I love you anyways. You're my team. Okay, so a little bit of glue and dimensional at the top because it's going over the, mostly yes?
Yeah, mostly yes.
So it seems like my YouTube and Facebook followers have a higher percentage of yeses than my team. Interesting. All right, so then the little flaggies. What do you guys think? Do you like the card? Little liquid glue for Let's Party. This one is our simplest with extra parts, with other parts. We're gonna have a few more die cuts on some of the other cards. Oh, let's put that over so we don't cover our flags entirely. Let's Party. And how about some dingles? Where did I put my dingles? Do you see my orange dingles? I need to take your pick tool. And I had a strip of orange dingles. Get a strip of dingles in the class packet, so I put mine aside from my packet, and I don't know where I put them. They're probably mixed in all these samples and alternative samples and everything else. You know what? I'm going to take them out of my class packet, and then when I find the one when I clean up, I'll put it back in this one. I won't close this one until it's got its dingles back in it. I don't know. I think in the drawer, but I don't know. Maybe in the discard bucket. All right, so I'm stealing some dingles out of this one, but I'll leave it open and put it aside so nobody gets one dingleless kit. There we go. All right, so we do have plenty of Party Piggy class packets left in the store. And if you'd like to have a class packet, you can order it up. We can only ship in the US. Or you can place a Stampin' Up! Order of $65 or more between now and Sunday. And then we'll send you one for free. Check your mailing address on Stampin' Up's website before you submit the order, because that's where we're going to send it automatically to your mailing address. All right, so there's design number 1. And here is design number 1 in the Timid Tiger, because you might get Timid Tiger, you might get Coastal Cabana in your packet. You're going to get 2 of each. Or, I mean, you're going to get 2 of one and 1 of the other. So you might get 2 Timid Tiger and one Coastal Cabana design, but that the PDF covers all of that too. And when you buy the packet, you also get the PDF. So don't worry about that. If you buy the packet, the PDF is included. Don't buy both the packet and the PDF, because if you buy the packet, $9.95 PDF is included with the purchase of the packet. Or if you get the packet for free from us for placing an order, then you will get the PDF from us also. So you don't have to buy that PDF separate if you buy the packet. All right, so we did some die cutting for this packet. There's my batchwork bows I told you about a little bit earlier. We did some die cutting for this packet. This is what you find in your envelope. Your little bits, your Wonkadoodle circle. Did you guys see these are last chance and on sale? If you haven't gotten the rounded all dies, grab those up. They're such a good die. There's something different, a little unusual. Designer series paper is all cut to size. And then this, you're gonna find this in there. You might be like, Marissa, why'd you send me a bikini top? It's not a bikini top, I promise. Although, it could probably work. Look at that. You could, if you wanted to. And then put a little grass skirt. All right, so we're gonna take this little bikini top and we're gonna roll right there. All right. Little bit of rolling. We're gonna do this gently. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to tear this. You should just take your time and soften the paper fibers here, because what this is gonna do is roll up and make a bow tie. So I guess it's your choice. It's your packet. You can make a bow tie or you can make a bikini top out of this little die cut, this little pool party die cut. Heather loves the party pig. Joy likes it. Tony says yes. Jan says yes. You guys are the best. See, I think it maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because you guys, they say, the saying is your vibe betrayes your tribe, right? So you guys maybe like some of the same things I do. I don't know. All right, so there's my little bikini top. I rolled it up, soften those paper fibers. And the more you do this, the nicer this is gonna look. If you do this less, you're gonna see the crinkling. You're gonna see that you're gonna get a fold instead of a rolled up bow tie. So just take your time on this step, okay? If you get this die cut out and maybe start there because it takes a little bit. Watch TV, talk to your friends like I'm doing. Don't pull too hard. You don't wanna pull off the edge, but just roll it. When you've got it rolled, grab some glue dots and we're gonna put that together. You guys are talking to each other. That's good. Thanks, Desi, for keeping the comments rolling. All right, so on this little tab, I put a glue dot. Now I'm going to bring that little tab to the center where we're going to pop that in there like that. Roll up our bow tie. So now we've got one loop. And we're going to assemble, roll it up, assemble it, use some glue dots. Oh, I got another glue dot on my finger. That's okay, we'll use that one in a second. And then you got your little bow all tied. Then we've got another little die cut in the packet for you. How do you like that? And the list of where we got all these dies from is in the PDF. So we did a lot of die cutting for you for this packet, but in the PDF is the list of all the supplies. All right, there is our little bow tie. Cute, right? Now let's put that up on a glue dot or two. I might just put that one on two, side by side across the center there. And we'll set that aside. I'm going to do a little bit more stamping. So before I do my insides, there's just the piggy head. He's really cute, especially with a bow tie. Exactly the same as we did the first. Same with the hats, the flags. I colored them all with the same colors, die cut them out. And then we've got our, I need to stamp my greeting, so let's put that aside without this. Some tassels, get our Stampin' Pierce mat back in here, put that aside. We're gonna stamp our greeting on the circle, our inside on the inside. Mailing envelope is included in your packet. I'm gonna set that aside so I don't get ink on it. Here's my card base, already done. All right, let's start with stamping, then we'll do gluing. I'm going to, happy birthday to you is on the outside of this one. So let's do let's party on the inside. I'm going to jazz it up with a little party hat and get it glued in. right, so if you're looking for supplies, check out the PDF. Everything that we used is listed there for you. All right, we're gonna go Let's Party. All right, where's my happy birthday to you? Here it is. And add this one and the hat. First the hat for the inside. Let's let that dry. Now, I want this to be kind of long with one of these pointy edges down so I can nestle the 2U into it and get that down nice and low. There we go. It gives us a little more room. I like the wonky doodle circles. All right, then let's see here. Very good. Oh, you guys, Diana Gibbs did the Piggy astronaut. Good. You guys came up with it. That's awesome. All right, I see you're asking about all the supplies are listed in the PDF if you're looking for those. Okay, you guys. We're just doing the class here, and let's go ahead and no. Markers, they're underneath here. Made such a big mess. All right, let's close this before we get an inkatastrophe, and we'll get to Stampin'. I took it off. No answers. Mm-mm. Do you understand? Maybe text that too. All right, so let's go ahead and get some coloring going on here. Sorry, Desi was asking me some questions on the side here. All right, we got same ones. I'm gonna color them up. If you're using early espresso like I am, you want to be careful. Memento Tuxedo Black is a hybrid ink pad. It's made to withstand the alcohol ink that is the base of Stampin' Blend's markers, right? The Memento Tuxedo Black, the pigments are not released from the ink when alcohol is applied. Stampin' Up ink pads are classic water-based formula. Those are not necessarily made for use with your Stampin' Blends. The Stampin' Blends are alcohol. The alcohol will release the pigments from the stamped ink. So you want to be careful not to really rub that marker tip along the brown stamped line because you might pick up those pigments into your marker. You might smear. So use Stampin' Up! Classic inks with caution if you're with your Stampin' Blends. If you have a heavy hand or you run out the lines or you're a little less precise on your application, use that bullet point and be precise. If you don't want to do that, then use Memento Tuxedo Black so you don't bring any of those pigments into your marker. Just a little tip there, because the Stampin' Blends are alcohol based and Stampin' Up! Ink pads are water based, so those pigments aren't secured like they are secured inside of a hybrid ink like Memento, okay? But I love the look of Early Espresso, and that is why I do it, but I do it carefully. All right, so we're gonna add our designer series paper to the front of the card here. And we're going to add our happy birthday also, our little wonkadoodle circle. Love it. Is anybody else sad that the wonky circles are on last chance? Did you guys notice that they're on last chance? And they're on discount, but I'm gonna miss them terribly. I'll keep using them though. I've got 2 sets of them. I'll keep using them for class packets. Maybe not for general like YouTube content. I'll try to keep that with the most current stuff. But we've decided around here that if we've purchased a die set and we're going to die cut it for you anyways, then why does it have to be current, right? So some of the supplies that we use in these products are retired supplies, but don't worry, we do list them for you in the PDF so you can, you know, collect them from your, if you've already got them, or find a substitute. So sometimes, and with Stampin' Up! Retiring things so often now and so unpredictably, if we're doing the die cutting for you for the class packet, then we're going to keep using last chance things. But by the time a packet goes through all the preparation that we need to do to get it out to you guys, if it retires and goes away, we're still using it. So just know that as Stampin' Up! Changes the way it retires products, we are going to be changing the way we use products too around here, okay? So some of the dies we've used are retired dies, and I figure why not? It's already been an expense for us, and we've got them, and we're cutting them for you. Stamps like the or dies like the all around it dies, which are about to retire, which are about last chance. If they end up going out of stock before we get to the actual online class, it can happen, but we can't be redoing work and trying to do substitution. So in the class packets, you'll have what I'm showing you. If you don't get a class packet, then you might have to, in some cases, substitute instead of order something, you know, because it might not be available to order anymore. Like by the time you guys get to the web store, there's a chance that these all-arounded dies might be gone. And that's just the new world we live in with Stampin' Up! And the new world we live in anyways, right? And Stampin' Up! Just trying to adapt to it. All right, so all of the stamped pieces went on with a combination of Stampin' Dimensionals, liquid glue at the base of the hat like we did. I've got my little bow tie right here ready to go. And we're gonna pop that guy on. And the little tassels, Soft Seafoam and Coastal Cabana. I found that the best way to do these is to put them on glue dots. You can use liquid glue here, but this makes it so fast and easy and accurate. If you put the glue dot at the very top of the tassel, pick up the tassel, make them one, then take the element and the bow and apply them to the card at the same time here, you can really get everything all where it's supposed to be. Fast, easy, perfect. Don't cover your greeting. And no smooshed out liquid glue anywhere, but liquid glue would work perfectly fine for those. I also like that there's a strong, secure glue at the base of the tassel so that I can give the tassel a little kick. That's another die set that's on last chance. Isn't that sad? Everything's going so fast nowadays. All right, a little bit of dingles to decorate. I've got the orange ones, but you can see my sample. It's got the pink. These are the party dots. And you'll get one color. You might get orange like I did, or pink like my sample, but you'll get plenty to do your 3 cards in the packet. Everything you need is in the packet. All right, then there's our card number 2, our design number 2. And here is design number 2 and the Timid Tiger, which you might get in your packet. All right, I'll clean up a little bit and move on to design number 3. We're almost done with our class here, you guys. One more design, and I'm gonna pop over and look at some comments. Oh gosh, they're not handling very well on the tablet. I'm gonna pop over here. Let's see here. No, it looks like Desi's taking care of everybody. Bow ties are cool. Indeed they are. Nancy Clark. And Jan, you two between each other with the bow ties are cool. Only with what is it, Nancy? Only with not a fedora. What was it? All right. Bow ties are cool, especially with a fedora. No, it wasn't fedora. What was it? Fez. With a fez. With a fez. Were you there, or did you see it in the comments already? With a fez. Karen says this is so cute. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad you love it. Let's see here. Stamp and write markers. Yes, you can absolutely stamp your early espresso hats. greetings, flags, and then color with Stampin' Write markers. And especially in these smaller areas, you'll get good results with your Stampin' Writes too. And you don't have to worry about the alcohol releasing pigments from your early espresso ink. All right, design number 3, come into a shortcut card sketch near you because I love this layout. We'll be doing that. And let's see here. Marcia says, no, I was not until I saw what you did with it. So Marcia, you didn't love the party pig naturally. I helped you a little. And Deborah says, love the party pig. Hey, Christina. Christina said, couldn't make it on time. I'll watch the replay when you're finished. The replay will be available as soon as we're done. And it'll stay available on Facebook for 30 days, I believe. And then it'll be on YouTube for right now, forever, unless YouTube makes changes like Facebook did. But we'll also embed it into the blog, so you can find it there, and we'll download and save them in case we ever have to supply the replay ourselves. All right, so we've got our Piggy, not just the face this time, but the body and the face like we did for card number 1, and I put some dimensionals. The flags have some dimensionals. In your packet, we got a few more of these little guys. Love them. And our designer series paper, all already cut. Couple of white. Now, if you don't have the party pig, you don't love the party pig, this is the place where you can go ahead and stamp a different image. Go get your, I showed at the beginning, if you're just joining us, go get your cake celebrations, because the cake celebrations would look so good with this palette of colors and with the little birthday cakes in the background, and stamp your cake celebration on here. And you know what, you could even change up if you stamp something on there, put this one over and then the other strips under, and then have your image stamped here. Okay, so you don't have to use the Piggy if you get the packet. There are different options for you that would look just as beautiful. And if you joined late, check out the beginning of the video. We did some alternatives, viewed some alternatives and some suggested stamp sets. All right, I'm taking my envelope, put it aside. You get your mailing envelope in the packet. I don't want to get ink in it. Got my card already done with the embossing folder. And my designer series paper, die cuts you guys have seen, but let's do one more little bit of stamping. I've got shake and bacon for the outside that I haven't done yet. And this is what I gotta show you. This is why we're doing this. I'm good too. You guys, this is it right here. This is it. What's shake and bacon? I am so proud of you. Okay. That's where I really had a problem with the Piggy, where I had like the rubber meant the road. I had to figure out, without the shaker, could I love the Piggy, because I was already head over heels for the greetings. And so this is what I've found. I love the Piggy stamped on cardstock and then die cut. I've seen some cute things that put a lei around his neck with a little bit of flower punches or stamp or dies, like maybe the one we're using here, like thread them up and make a lei, put a grass skirt on the pig. So you can dress the pig. And then if you hang out on any of my other events, whenever the Piggy comes up, my friend Nancy's here. She's always got amazing ideas of how to dress up the pig. So like Franken Piggy for Halloween, right? So you can dress the pig up in so many different ways. You don't need to make a shaker belly if that's not your speed. So, and then I just like to that's a great place to nestle my greeting. And so that's what I do. I just put it where my greeting overlaps the belly a little bit. And that's that. I am so proud of you. Couple of flags. Let that dry for a second before we color them up. And then on the outside, wash, shake, and bacon. I'm a sucker for a pun. And I'm going to put that a little bit to the right. It fills the label pretty good. This is my favorite label for this greeting. But I'm going to put it as bit to the right as I can so that I can put my ribbon close to it and not cover. All right, I think that's the last of our stamping for today's Stamp and Stick card class. And Now, I want this to dry just a bit more because I am going to color it with Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to put my Designer Series paper on while I give that a second to dry. This is a little bit high, so I'm going to put my first and last piece on. Oh, that one's my first piece. I'm going to put my first and last piece on, and I'm going to do them quickly so I can kind of get the placement, and then I'll put the middle strip so that I can split the difference. Do you know what I mean? But I want it a little bit higher than evenly spread because I want to see my embossing along and underneath. So there is that one. We've got an even right, left, and top border, and then we can go in and drop our centerpiece even in between. And if you guys love this layout as much as I do, be on the lookout because coming soon is going to be a shortcut card sketch for this one because it's just a good layout. And then we're going to add this while we're here, a little background for Piggy all the way to the right. And center top to bottom. I love my liquid glue because when I'm not centered, I can give it a little adjustment. All right, then our Piggy. And what's shaking bacon? I can do that one right now. And that should be good enough for me to go back and color my innards. And there. What's shaking bacon? I hate covering his little tail, but it's so cute. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. And set that to dry for a second. Let's grab our markers. Which one did I put on the big flag? Blue? I did blue, so I'm going to keep it the same. I like the way it turned out, but it doesn't matter. I'm using a combination of the blue, pink, and green for all the elements. Shake it up a little. I don't know if you noticed, but I did the rotation of my stripes a little different on each hat, and the placement of my flags a little different. Well, hello, buddy. You want to go in your office? Go ahead. You can get in there. And then pink. I am so proud of you. Guys, I can't even enough. I am so proud of you. Okay, let's get that inside the card. And all right, one more time while I'm just putting this together because I did the offer at the beginning of the video when we were doing our housekeeping. Not house cleaning. That's a little different. I could use some house cleaning when we were doing our housekeeping. But now that we're at the end of the class here, let's go ahead and reiterate our offer. We have Stampin' Stick class packets available. You can purchase the Stampin' Stick class packet for $25.95, including the Ground Advantage shipping to you. Or you can place a $65 order, Stampin' Up! Order. And you can't double dip, you guys. You can't double dip. So if this is for in Color Club, or if you're using a bunch of Stampin' rewards, or like the $65 order has to be just for this offer. It has to be $65 after you take off any Stampin' rewards and before tax and shipping. If you do that between Wednesday and Sunday, so it's 5-day offer, the Wednesday through Sunday the 10th, I will send you this packet absolutely free, automatically. It's going to go to your mailing address on file with Stampin' Up! So be sure that when you check out MarisaAlvarez.stampinup.net, that your mailing address on your Stampin' Up! Account is accurate, because that's where we're going to send it. And we're just going to send it automatically. On Monday, we'll take a look at the orders that have come through, and we'll pop it out in the mail to your mailing address, okay? I need a little bit more dimensional on the back of that flags. Oh, let me get that out of there. I'm like, how did my desk get so crowded? No, it's the packet, so you can see. And if you've never had a kitchen table stamper class packet, and you're just joining us, check out the beginning of the video. It shows you what to expect. We really do include everything for you. Oh, look, there is dimensional there. There we go. I just didn't take the sticky off of it. All right, now got a couple little die cuts here. We need glue dots for our little die cuts. While I'm getting my glue dots and putting these things on, I'm going to do it the same way I did with the other one. I'm going to build up my tassels. I should have put them when I did my ribbon, but I'm going to build up my tassels and then stick them on with glue dots. But so my question for you is, for stuff like this, do you use your glue dots more often or do you use your liquid glue more often? There was a time when I would have used liquid glue for all of this tassel stuff because it's just paper getting glued to paper, getting applied to the card, and it's a little bit more affordable that way. But nowadays, I'm more concerned with how fast I can put it together with, instead of, glue dots being a little bit more expensive. They're a little bit more expensive way to adhere anything, but they're so fast. It's kind of the lazy way to glue, I think. A little bit efficient. We'll call it efficient. It's the efficient way to glue. And so I use glue dots for tiny bits like that all the time nowadays. I can't put the glue dots down. It's faster. And it's tidy too. It doesn't make a mess. It doesn't ooze any liquid glue. But yeah, for little bits, something like this, liquid glue or glue dots, what's your preferred adhesive? All right, so we need a few more little dingles to finish off this card, and we are done with Stampin' Stick card class number 4. These have been so much fun. We have Stampin' Stick card class number 5 already designed, and we're working on packets for you. Next week, you should see Humble Home in the store. And then we've got the Tractor and Company. And again, you don't have to use the bundle that we feature. You really don't have to. The idea of Stampin' Stick is stamp what you have. I'm going to feature a stamp set because I have to. There's no way around having a featured stamp set because otherwise the cards wouldn't even be done, right? So I'll have a featured stamp set. As long as my friend Jan is willing, my very talented friend Jan is willing, we'll have some alternative suggestions for you for each of those, for all of our Stampin' Stick and for our card club packets. She's just on fire with making the alternatives, but you can use whatever bundle you want to stamp. You can get some cardstock to stamp on, just stamp and then stick. Oh, look, I have a random dingle over here that I didn't know was out there. Look, I don't think that one was supposed to be there. I think maybe that one was supposed to be, here I am rearranging the dingles on I think I meant to put that there. I don't know. Might have come off of something else. I did 3 on this one. It doesn't matter because in your packet, you're going to have more than you need anyway. So you put 4 or you put 3 or you put 5. It's up to you. I've got 3 on this one and 4 on this one. Whatever. There's extra. You'll have a few extra of those guys. All right. So that's the Coastal Cabana version. There is the Timid Tiger version. You might get orange dingles, the peach pie. You might get the Pretty in Pink. You might get this one's got 4. Does this one have 4? This one has 4 also. So I guess my original idea was to do 4. You do 4 or 3, whatever you like. All right, so you're going to get one of those colors. You're going to get 2 of your cards will be the Timid Tiger, and one will be Coastal Cabana if you get the packet. That's what you might get in a packet. You might not get the first one, Coastal Cabana. It'll rotate through. Yep, and if you've got any questions about the class, you can email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com, for a full list of supplies. Everything that we used, all of our die sets, all of what color markers, what measurements, all the details. You can grab the PDF, the link's in the description. And if you want a packet, we've got plenty. We made plenty. You can either purchase it or you can order to get it for free. All right, so that is Stampin' Stick card class number 4 in the books. Thank you guys for joining me. I will be live again tomorrow at noon. And tomorrow at noon, we start our Shortcut Card Sketch Summer Mini Online Exclusive Paper Sampler. So it's a sampler and sketch series. If you've got our online exclusive paper sampler, you're probably waiting for this to begin. We will be doing brand new shortcut card sketch number 19 tomorrow, and a beautiful card. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow at noon. Are there any new punny stamp sets coming in September? Oh my goodness. The new catalog is lovely. I ordered too much and there's still so much that I want. So I will be doing a little bit more news about September online exclusives and holiday catalog stuff soon. If you guys need catalogs, please fill out the form. Everybody who has ordered Stampin' Up! Orders from me in the last April through August, you got a note saying that you could opt out. Otherwise, you're getting a catalog automatically. Then we had a few that we couldn't send catalogs to through the mailing selector because either your mailing address is incomplete. So again, if you're going to try to take me up on the free Party Piggy Stampin' Stick class packet, make sure your mailing address is complete. But there were a few that either mailing address was incomplete or you had opted out of contact. If you opt out of contact, I'm not allowed to send you a catalog. Because if you called Stampin' Up! And said, I'm opted out of contact and Marisa sent me a catalog, that could be a problem for me. So if you have either opted out of contact or your mailing address is a little wonky, please check your emails because some of you might be thinking you're getting catalogs, but I haven't been able to send them. If you fill out my form, then I can still send it to you because then I'll have your request for the catalog and it won't matter if you're opted out of contact with Stampin' Up! But you will have to fill out my form for every catalog as long as you stay opted out. So go check your online account and make sure you're opted in for communication and that your mailing address is correct, and especially if you place an order to get the packet for free. And if you are a regular customer of mine, take a look at your email from last week and see if we contacted you about either of those issues to find out if you do want a catalog, okay? If you want a catalog, a holiday catalog, we have a form on the blog that you can just fill out and get a catalog request. But if you're a card club for cool people, if you're in color club, if you've placed an order with me since April and Stampin' Up!, all of those are already covered. You got an email saying opt out, and if you didn't opt out or get an email from me saying that your addresses need some help or you need to opt in, if you didn't get that email, then you're getting one automatically. But if you're not a kitchen table stamper customer, but you'd consider me as your demonstrator, fill out that form and I'll send you a catalog, okay? Let's see here. Jan says I use glue dots and I use glue and glue dots both. I grab those glue dots all the time. They're such a good shortcut. Oh, good night, Jessica. Thank you for joining me. Let's see here. Nancy's. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Heard that you need to add a phone number for catalogs, etc. Oh, that could be part of what's like wrong or incomplete maybe on the customer profile that's not allowing me to send catalogs to some people. I can't determine exactly which one it is. Like I can see if they're opted out for communication, but I can't tell if there's something wrong with the address. I have to trust you what your address is, right? So, yeah, so just check your emails if you have, and see if you've got that email from me. There was only a handful. Some of you have already responded to me and said, yeah, send me the catalog, or I fixed it. I opted in, or I fixed my address. So some of you already gotten back to me on those emails, but let's see. I think we're doing pretty good on comments there. How about in the Facebook? Hey, Joan from Washington State. You're more in time for the replay, but that'll be available right away. The blog post for this will have a replay forever, and we'll put live replay in the link in the description. The replay will stay available on Facebook for like 30 days. It'll be available on YouTube for a while. The next 2 Stampin' Stick card classes are already scheduled. Please, while you're here, pop onto my channel and then click live and then click notify me so you can be notified when the live starts. Let's see here. Jen says, I love your card club, Stampin' Sticks, and In Color Club, Whimsy Workshop. Your designs are so inspiring. I don't know. I think we have a mutual admiration society, Jan. You keep me going, my friend. And Jan says, I love making the alternatives. Thank you for letting me. Oh my gosh, you kick it out of the park every single time, my friend. I'm the lucky one. All right. Tony says adorable as always. Great cards. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. You're welcome, Corrine. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. Desi says the greetings are really super funny. Some of my favorite, right? Stampin' Up! Sometimes calls it in on greetings. You know, how many hello stamp sets do you need? How about happy birthday? Got happy birthday this way and then happy birthday. Like how many of those do you need? But on this one, you got your happy birthday to you, but you've also got what's shake your bacon, and I am so proud of you. So yeah, those sentiments, they really did a good job. Kathy says, love those wonky circles. I'm glad you're using some retired supplies. It seems like you just buy an item and boom, it's retired. And it's happening faster and faster and faster. The society moves so fast. And so we've really made a decision inside our own, inside decision that if I've invested in it and I'm making you the class packet so that you can just stamp and stick, then what does it matter if it's current? And like these circles, by the time I sign off, they might be gone. But I started designing this class 6 weeks ago and preparing this class 6 weeks ago. I couldn't have known that. So we're just going to flow with it a little bit better, or we're going to try to flow with it a little bit better, roll with it a little bit better. So, Corey says, I wish they would have included a stamp for bacon. That's hysterical. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I'll be live again tomorrow at noon with Shortcut Card Sketch number 19. And yeah, if you're need anything, reach out, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com, and shop Stampin' Up 24/7. You can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and then click shop. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me for Stamp and Stick card class number 4. I'll see you in 2 weeks for Stamp and Stick card class number 5, featuring the Humble Home.